So this is a client request, and it's going to be a short video on how to read the houses in astrology. So one thing that separates pop astrology from Vedic is that Vedic places a lot of importance in the houses. And oftentimes when you use a Vedic astrology software, you get a chart that looks like this. It's going to be super simple, so I got one without the numbers. When you get the numbers, sometimes it could mean the house, sometimes it could be the sign, and that oftentimes confuses people. So this blank one, in my opinion, is better to practice with. But when you see these diamonds, what you want to do is learn how to count properly. So this is always going to be the first house, second, third, fourth, fifth, 6th, 7th, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and right, and so on and so forth. So what I really like about this style of chart is that anytime you see anything here, you always know that this guy right here is looking at it. You see this guy right here, it's always looking at this. And even apart from that, so big concept in Vedic astrology that's very important and related to the houses as well is the trines. So here's an example. These houses, 1, 5, and 9, are called the Dharma houses. So these are the houses that lift you up in your chart. And as you can see, when you connect these with some imaginary lines, it looks like an upward pointing diamond. These are the comma houses. I'll probably get into that later. I don't want this video to get too complicated, but another reason I'm making this is when you first start off in Vedic astrology, it could be very overwhelming. So instead of looking at all the different planets and positions and nakshatras, what you should do is find where it says MO, meaning your moon, and see which one of these squares it falls on. So once you find your moon and the house that it sits in, then you could go from there. But before you do anything, before you worry about any of the outer planets, anything crazy, what you want to do is find your moon, what house it's in, and what sign. Once you do that, then you could check nakshatra, the pada, you could look at, your dashas and all that and stuff. But this is a good exercise for absolute beginners to get started on how to read a chart. It's actually useless to have an overload of information if you can't even do simple basic things like that. And I've seen people, study Western astrology for years and they memorize all these signs, but they cannot read a chart because they don't know how to do something simple like this. So again, find your moon and what house it sits in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then go from there.